Good morning, everybody. It's a rainy, stupid day again outside today, so I thought today we would have some pizza. I'm pretty sure it's Saturday. Don't hold me to that. So I'm gonna make a delicious pizza with a homemade crust, sorta, and a fig jam, arugula, mozzarella, and fresh prosciutto. Sounds pretty good, right? It is. A fair warning, I have made fresh pizza crust before, and it was the worst thing I've ever eaten in my life. So yesterday I stood online outside at Trader Joe's and I bought their delicious pizza crust, which I've had before. And I'm gonna do my best to put it in a pan. We start with pizza dough, we have mozzarella, we have fig jam. That's the first things that we're gonna use. The oven is heating to 500 degrees, so let's try this, shall we? Okay, first things first, get your pizza dough to room temperature, or at least out of the refrigerator for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. If you're any good at tossing pizza, which I assure you I am not, like, you just pull it. There's no way in the world I'm going to be able to make this round or anything like that. Forgot something. Now, I'm not sure if this is necessary or not, but it couldn't hurt. I'm putting Pam for baking in the bottom of my cookie sheet. Back to where we were. Start spreading this out. I don't think using a rolling pin is a good idea. I've been wrong before on these subjects. I think just let the weight of the dough pull it. You want to get it kind of thin. Now, to be fair, my niece Megan Downs gave me this recipe. She makes pizza almost once a week. Her son loves it. Her husband loves it. She always makes it with these ingredients. But you can make it with anything you want. Homemade is just better than not homemade. So let me see if I can't get this to something decent. Okay, just pulling for me didn't work. It bounces back. So I slapped it in the pan, cookie sheet, and just pulled it out with my hands. I'm sure you can cut this down a bit if you wanted, but that's about right. Looks like pizza. Then I found this wonderful fig preserve at Pete's yesterday. It's got some nuts in it, which, my God, that couldn't hurt. Slap that on, be generous, and rub that around. Get it even. If you can't get it even, just get it on there. I will probably lose my membership into the Dago Society of Italian Pizza Makers because I'm not using traditional pizza ingredients like tomato sauce and mozzarella and sausage and pepperoni, which is, quite frankly, the food of the gods. You all know that. But this is going to be good, I promise you. Okay, so the figs are on there. Following that, you take some pre-sliced mozzarella, fresh-ish, and put it on. This is going to melt down, of course. You can make this any thickness you want. I'm using the thickness that I bought it as, whatever. You're following, right? Because it's going to melt down and you're going to kind of shove it around the pan at some point. Having done this, oh, that fell off. I hate when that happens. Breakfast. It goes in a preheated 500 degree oven. Be careful and cautious of your eyebrows when you do this. And you let that do its thing for 12 to 15 minutes. Keep an eye on it. Stand by. Okay, I've got a quick question for you. What did you do yesterday for somebody else? I hope you did something. I have learned over the years, and I'm old as fuck, I have learned that the only way to true happiness is to give something away. Give something of yourself to somebody else. That's why I've been so fortunate all these years to be doing the work that I've been doing, singing for seniors. I've been doing that for 20 years. I can't believe it. Started out on cruise ships and in nightclubs, and you can't live that life for very long, but then with the type of music that I sing, the oldies, the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, where do I sing? Who's gonna want to hear that? Senior citizens. I always said I was born 50 years too late. So to be honest with you, not being able to do that every single day, like I was doing it every single day, is breaking my heart. I can't wait to get back into these communities. I hope they reopen soon. And by that I mean within the next 2 months or so. And let me go back to doing what I do best, which is singing. Second, let's check it, shall we? Are you there? Hello. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's puffing up. Hello. Get over here. It's puffing up. It's looking good. So get out there today, even if it's rainy and cold and gray and gloomy. Your smile will probably do something to go a long way towards helping somebody else. So if you can't touch anybody, if you can't shop for somebody, if you can't, just smile at them, for crying out loud. Just give them that. That's the best thing we can give to each other. That's all we have. So go do something nice for somebody else today. And then tell me what you did. Okay, I peeked in the oven. It looks pretty good. It took about, actually I forgot to ask Alexa. No, ignore me. Forget it. Okay. I'm guessing it was about 14 minutes that pizza was in there. It looks to be finished. Let's go. There you go. Numbers. So this cooked for 15 minutes or so. This is one of those pizzas you cannot put all the ingredients on until this part is finished. So we have the crust, we have the fig preserves with nuts, and we have the mozzarella cheese. You see how nicely flattened that is. As soon as this calms down a little bit and cools down a little bit, I'll show you what we do. Fuck it, I'll show you now. First thing, this is prosciutto, and I made little balls out of it. Take that and put it on. It's a mistake to do this before you put the pizza in the oven, because the prosciutto is so thin, it will curl up and overcook and die and be stupid and not flavorful. Doing it this way, it will melt into your pizza just from the heat of the pizza coming out. So that's the first thing we do. And as you know, prosciutto is Dago ham. We love it. We put it on everything. It's real good. After that goes on, you take some fresh arugula and sprinkle it generously. I personally love arugula. Whatever we don't use for this will be eaten later in a salad of some kind. Although I do have a fridge full of kale salad that I made yesterday, which is really good. And if you haven't made that yet, go back a few videos and make it. I don't want the arugula to get wilty, but it's gonna wilt down a little bit. The flavor's there. As you know, it's a delicious peppery kind of green, which is why I'm not putting any more pepper or anything on here. Finally, shaved Parmesan. Put that on top. This is about the prettiest thing I've ever seen. I'll show you in a minute. I'll take a picture and put it on. Okay? That's it. That's it, folks. How about it? You getting any of that? It's pretty good. All right, taste test coming up. Stand by. Okay, here we go. Look at this beautiful thing. The way to cut it was with a pizza cutter, of course. Oh my goodness, smells so good in here. You hear me say that a lot, don't you? This whole thing turned out bigger than I thought. So, I'm gonna bring it over to my niece's house. Megan, it's coming your way, girl. Look at that. I'm not an idiot. I'm going to keep a few for myself. I'm going to eat it right now. And I hope you make this for yourself today. It's gorgeous. Right? Oh my Lord. Fig, prosciutto, arugula, and mozzarella pizza. Pizza is so amazing. Put anything in the world that you want on it. It's really good. Bon appetit, everybody. Be nice to each other. Go do something. Go do something selfless for somebody else today. They need you today more than ever. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.